Welcome, Pedal P. You're out of the picture.
I'm out of the picture.
Come on,
yes.
yeah. I don't bite. I'm at lick, but I don't bite.
We can... Can we do it in front of the camera?
Hey guys, Stefan here. One of the very nice people that just watches the videos for reasons I don't understand, and who supports me on Patreon, which you're welcome to do. But even if you don't, I still love you. So I would.
But you can't think that you love the other guys more than me.
No, of course I don't.
Yes.
Well, but the thing is, he spends so much money on Patreon. He actually buys himself, FaceTime with me once a month. So we actually just hang out and talk. So we've gotten to know each other. So he's like, hey, I'm going to be in Germany. Can I come over? I'm like, duh, you can have my coffee. I'll send you a bill, by the way, later for the coffee. That's I'm just saying. For
all the pedals that I stuck in my backpack.
Yeah, I don't know how many pedals I was out of the room for a while. I don't know.
Yes.
So we're looking at my favorite, let's say my favorite pedals. But, of course, I don't use all these pedals all the time. But when it comes to a certain... Where's us back there? A certain category of pedal, I want to let you know which ones for me really stand out. There are a few here in this bunch that I don't have, and I'll just tell you about them. But I don't have them. Distortions. Distortion is rather difficult. We all know the metal zone and the fun that people poke at it. Obviously, distortion doesn't necessarily mean metal. So let's distinguish between distortion pedals, which for me... Plexi type pedals count into that category, which means like a modded Van Halen-y type Plexi thing, which has kind of a dip in the mids and is very screamy and very saturated. And then there are metal pedals, which are very few on the market that really deliver. And I've had the pleasure lately to actually test a whole bunch of them. Seems like someone had the idea and other people were like, oh, we're going to make a great metal pedal too. I don't know where I was going with this. So, let's start with the Plexi pedal.
The Plexi.
The Plexi Tone.
No. Where is it? There.
Now here we have the Carl Martin Plexi Tone. Great pedal. Is it super flexible? Hell no. Most Plexi pedals give you one sound, and that's the pow-pow.
And that is what they are built for.
That's what you want. Now, this has a little bit more gain range, but it doesn't really give you like a low gain Plexi like when we think of Plexi, like, I don't know, Hendrix or whoever. It doesn't. It gives you that modded Plexi rock and roll mayhem. And it does a great job. Because it doesn't give you that that low gain, Carl Martin actually has a low gain version of it. I haven't played it, but if you wanted a low gain Plexi sound, there is a extra separate version of it. Obviously, there is the big Plexi Tone from Carl Martin, bigger pedal, that it kind of gives you both of it. It's somewhere over there. Don't ask me where.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
There are just few pedals.
I have a
few.
10. But I like the little one. I like the small one because it's just put it on your board. It has one function and one function only, and it performs that really well. Now, in the lower price range, give me that Tone City.
The Tone City.
No.
Is it this? It is.
You can get this. You might find a Moval pedal, which was the company kind of like that it started with, and then Moval got killed by Tone City, which are exactly the same pedals. They just fought, and the guy started his own company. Plexi Troll by Moval might end up on eBay somewhere, but this is the Golden Plexi. You can buy both of them, the same pedal. Rob Chapman mentioned that this is one of his favorite pedals when it comes to that sound. It is great in what it does. The gain knob does pretty much nothing. I mean, it's nice that it's there, but...
So it wouldn't look good if there is no knob on it.
Yeah, you need a knob. I mean, what this thing does is one sound. It gives you a high gain Plexi sound. And it does that for about like $50-$60. So, in what it is, it's great, and it's inexpensive. But don't expect a flexible pedal in any way. It is the opposite. Freeman.
There it is.
Now, obviously, the new definition of modded Plexi, because he modded quite a few Plexis in his time, is the BEOD. Don't get fooled, it says overdrive, but this thing doesn't do subtle and low gain. You could take the gain down. This is not why you buy a BE. The Brown Eye 100 is known as that amp that gives you that super mega high gain saturated modded Plexi sound. And this is that in a pedal, but pretty damn flexible with its presence, tight knob, and dual EQ. I see it as a one-trick pony. It's a tunable one-trick pony, but it definitely is that pedal that, again, does the high gain thing. Dialing it, I don't buy it for this. Okay, that's not the idea. I put this on the table if I want that Friedman, that Van Halen-y, that kind of Plexi sound. It's a great pedal for that.
Yeah, now we are at Van Halen.
Let's stay with Van Halen.
Yes.
And of course, the iconic sound is the Van Halen 1 sound from that first album, which is why Matt Professor made the 1 pedal. Again, Brown should be distortion.
Yes.
But it really doesn't do much. So. It's pretty much always on, it's always gain, it's always blasting. But the special thing is it's got a reverb built in, which was Van Halen's thing. So you can dial in the reverb. It's your turn it on and instant Van Halen sound. Now, it would be more instant-y Van Halen-y if it also had a very subtle phaser built in.
Okay. A little.
That would be the Van Halen. If I had a mini switch here that I could switch on, and that would just give me a subtle, slow phaser. I don't even need a knob. I just need a switch to switch it on, and then you have Van Halen in a box. But this is a fun pedal for screamy leads, anything Van Halen-y. It's just good. If you need that, hit it on, and there's my Van Halen sound. With subtle low end. It's definitely mid-focused. Maybe even more than some other.
Yes, but I think it's, in fact, of this Van Halen thing, more the lead and solo typey thing. So the low end
you don't need it
necessary on a pedal like this.
Now let's talk about some pedals that I don't have. Get rid of that circle, Leslie. So the Boknor Lagrange, or Lagrange, for me is an incredibly flexible Plexi pedal, because it has a 3-position gain switch, so you really get the low gain Plexi, which most of these don't do. You get the high gain stuff, but I think it excels at the low gain stuff, and it has, you know, on a Plexi you had 4 inputs, and you could bridge them to pretty much do the normal and the bright, and then bridge it in different ways. Now what this pedal does, it has a knob that goes from normal to bright or 50-50, and you pretty much have a mix between those 2 channels. And that is really cool, because it really does that well. So you do a low gain thing, and you go and dial in between low and high gain, between normal and bright, and then you switch, and then it has different sag functions. When it comes to Plexi, and you want the full range of a classic Plexi, not a modded Plexi, the Lagrange delivers. Now going to a more high gain sound, the Boknor Red, killer, really good. I don't know if that's a Plexi, it's just a good high gain pedal. Give me the Pinnacle.
The Pinnacle, yes.
Now the Wampler Pinnacle is, you can bring that back, Leslie. Thank you. The Wampler Pinnacle is another Plexi type pedal that is also very flexible. With a big gain range, the boost that can be added to this gain, and a modern sound which gives you a lot more high-end active EQ, so this takes you places. This is definitely not your one-trick pony, this is your 7-trick pony.
But I think it's other kind of the Wampler, of Wampler itself. It's the country things going on. Brian Wampler, I think, is working with, Brent Mason, for example, or Brett Paisley, and all they play such pedals, so they have to be more flexible.
Yeah, Wampler is all about giving you the options, and some of those options are crap. Okay, I mean, if you really take the treble all the way up, you're boosting 18 dB of treble. You know, don't be an idiot with Wampler pedals. It's like there's pedals where you can't go wrong, like the BEOD. No matter what you do, it's going to give you that sound. With the Wampler pedal, you can fuck up because it gives you a lot of options. So either if you have the options, it also means that you could go wrong. So again, this is a good Plexi style or high gain. It's a good Plexi type pedal. Now, let's stick with Wampler, but a totally different area. The Dracaris is your high gain metal thing. That's a metal pedal that delivers. It's got its own voice. I think it's a very modern, very, let's say, dark and chunky kind of approach. Brian Wampler wanted to do the Ola Englund sound, and I think he nailed that. I don't hear too much difference between open and tight, but what do I know? Definitely a cool pedal, soft clicky switch. Again, free band EQ, very flexible, Wampler style, top loaded. Everything about this is good. It's high end. Which brings us to a little bit smaller pedal. That is Keeley's approach to high gain, and I think it really delivers. On down here, no boost, but with bright, you have a lot of tonal options. You can really sculpt the sound with body. You've got the mids. It's a very aggressive, fun, not necessarily a modern metal pedal, which it can do, but once you engage the crunch, you're pushing the mids in, and you have your 80s sound. I think this is just, when you're talking about high gain, this could be like a one-stop solution, whereas the Dracaris is not as flexible, but has a good sound. The filaments, if you sometimes need high gain, this could be a thing. Because you don't know, do I need this kind of high gain or this kind of high gain?
Bless you.
Thank you. But it's just very flexible. That's what I'm trying to say. Did I say flexible? Now, the KHDK. KHDK. This has like a bloody heart on it. It's called Dark Blood. Beautiful design. It's got a low and high gain setting, a gate, which doesn't completely gate, but really takes the hiss and the hum down. It's got a doom and a treble. Totally fun, high gain thing. The first day I put that on the table, I actually did a commercial for, what's it? Not weed control. Like a, like stuff that farmers use to control weeds, like a pesticide.
So
I had to write a metal track for pesticide. No shit. So I put this on the table, clean channel on the rev, and I was blown away. It was so much fun to play. Just a good metal pedal. Some people on the review were like, "Oh, that's total crap. Sounds like shit." You know what? You look like shit. This is a good pedal.
The handmade or the?
We're gonna do one and then the one and then the other one.
Yes.
So we have to mention the Gainiac, which of course I have the Gainiac and then the other Gainiac and the Henning Gainiac and the Super Gainiac, but of course we also have the HePhiKianiac.
And I think it's the prettiest one.
Well, now there's a Gleniac, which is of course Glenn's. Have you seen the Bakiac?
Yes, I have.
We have, of course, the Bakiac. Wait, could I? No, I couldn't. I can't show you. Okay, well, Robert Baker is gonna get the Bakiac. Please watch his video when he does the Bakiac because I designed it.
Then there is a picture on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, they have Facebook pictures. You go check it. So Robert's gonna get the Bake. This is the HePhiKianiac because of course it's got Henning and Phil and Kiana on it. One of these people is really pretty. We're not gonna say who. But this is the standard Gainiac, where you really have a gain range from a bluesy type overdrive to super gain and always defined, always fun. And I don't know how Milos Popovic, I like to say Milos Popovic from Serbia, I don't know how he does it, but it does metal as well as lead sounds, which is weird because metal for me would be not a lot of mids, and lead sounds would be a lot of mids. And you can keep it completely in the same position, and it just does it. I don't understand why. It's just one of the best high gain to low gain drives that I've ever played. And everyone who's got one says the same thing.
And it's a very nice guy who did these things. I have contacted him on Facebook chat to get one of this. And it's the nicest guy ever. So every question you tell him, you will get an answer.
I mean, these are clearly, handmade. He bends these aluminum things. It's not like a super refined kind of a build, but it's really point to point. It's done by hand, everything. So we've got the HePhiKianiac. Let's go to the Diesel. Does it even fit in the circle?
Oh,
It barely does. Yes, there we go. Now, of course, the VH4, that is a gain monster. That's channel 3 from the VH4 amp in a pedal with transistors instead of tubes. And Lasse Lammert compared it to the VH4 channel. We had a VH4 here in the video where we compared it. It does sound like channel 3 from the VH4. I recommend pumping it into the power amp directly. You can run it in front of your amp, but going directly into a power amp is good. You could go directly into a 2-Node torpedo where the power amp gets simulated, but this is really a preamp pedal, and it does give you that high gain sound. Would I use it for low gain stuff? Probably not. But as a distortion, to get that Metallica tool, that classic VH4 channel 3 sound, it delivers. Yes, it's $300, but it's all discrete components. Comes with a power supply, and it's very, very well built by Boutique Amp Distribution in the US. Of course, designed and approved by Peter Dietzel. I think at NAMM they introduced one with 2 switches, where you have independent masters and independent gains.
I didn't see.
So you have more options there. That's probably coming out soon. On to the last one. Oh, not the last one. Let's talk about JHS. I've heard some bad stories about JHS, the company, and what they're involved in, so let's not go there. And I don't have a single JHS pedal here. But the Angry Charlie version 3 and the Andy Timmons are high gain pedals that just deliver. Creamy creamtasticness. Absolutely fantastic pedals for leads and for fun playing. Ba-bang! And thick. They are good pedals. I had the Morning Glory here, low gain overdrive. Also great. I mean, all the experience I have with the pedals, fantastic. Again, some rumors going on about the company that I don't know. Do I want to work with them? Is it something you want to support? You find out for yourself. If it's purely about the pedal and what it delivers, they know what they're doing. So
the music, not politics.
So the last one. This is, of course, a classic. It's called the Super Warmer Gainiac. And in this case, we have the DevHenRexiac. Because there's the bald guy next to you. Devin Townsend and Rex Brown from Pantera. And Milos did the DevHenRexiac. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the jacks at the bottom. Looks like a little face there. We should actually draw a face on that. But you can switch between low and high gain, which Milos actually did because I suggested it. And you have bass and treble individual controls. Gain, and you, again, set the gain right here, and you can switch between low and high gain. this is a fantastic low gain to high gain overdrive. Pretty much what the HePhiKianiac does. Let's see, took away She'll bring it back eventually. There we go.
Ta-da!
It's all good, baby. I'm not calling you baby. I'm calling her baby. Just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
Okay. I will cry later.
Okay. Same sound, just more flexibility on the DevHenRexiac versus the HePhiKianiac. I just like to say DevHenRexiac and HePhiKianiac.
Yes. That are common names, I think.
Common names for pedals, of course.
Yes.
And I don't know if you contact Milos and you're saying, I want a DevHenRexiac with that name and that picture on it, if he's going to make you one. I think he will.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. However you want to order it, go right ahead. So, to all the things that I can find links to, I will link to them underneath this video.
Oops.
Links below. Thanks for watching. The next one will be, what are we doing next?
I think we do next the delays things.
The delays?
The delays.
Okay. The delay. No, actually, no, we don't.
No.
We should do fuzzes.
Because
that's a very short video.
Yeah.
My favorite fuzzes. Coming up tomorrow. See you guys.
All right.
Bye. Thanks for watching Animal Slap.
Hello, I'm a handsome prince and I live in a fairy tale land. I know really lots of things, let me show to you, my friend. Hello, I'm a crazy spoon and I live in a cup of tea. And my only friend is the moon, every night she's there for me.